Elite Facts presents
5 historical figures who may have never existed, Part 2. 5. There were at least 3 personalities named Midas from the Phrygian royalty. Among them, the most famous is arguably King Midas, who is directly connected to Greek mythology for his supposed ability to turn objects into gold by just his touch. And ironically, this is the character over whom most of the legends contradict themselves. In spite of all the fantastical accounts, historians have been able to verify the existence of an 8th century BC ruler named Midas, who was most probably known as Mita. Archaeologists have even found an impressive royal burial ground with exquisite drinking vessels and an imposing wooden coffin. However, there are no credible evidences to support the fact that this Midas was indeed the fabulously rich yet cruelly unfortunate King Midas who had made his mark in our fables. 4. Born as Sun Wu, Sun Tzu is generally considered to be one of the greatest Chinese military generals and strategists. Still, the historicity of his existence, or at least his authorship of The Art of War, remains ambiguous, with skepticism mainly focused on the details found in the text. Many of these relate to evolved formations, technology, and military techniques mentioned in the work that would have been too advanced and sophisticated for 6th century China. There is another twist to the tale, which entails Sun Tzu's descendant, Sun Bin, also writing a military treatise with the same name of The Art of War, and both of them were referred to as Sun Tzu in classical Chinese. 3. King Solomon might have been among the richest men of the ancient world, but incredibly enough, the accounts of his fabulous reign and wealth are scant beyond biblical references. And perhaps the greatest hindrance in the way of an undoubted proof that he existed is the lack of material evidence from his probable lifetime. Anyhow, modern archaeologists and historians are more open to the idea of King Solomon actually existing, especially with the recent discovery of the Timna Valley copper mines that are believed to be from Solomon's time. 2. Robin Hood is perhaps the most expected entry among all the chosen figures in this list, but it is still interesting to note that he was already a popular folk hero during medieval times. Unfortunately, when it comes to evidences of a heroic figure, the data available to historians is confusing and ambivalent, to say the least. As for origins, the famous outlaw from England was around in ballads and poems from the 14th century, while the mention of the name Robin Hood had even older origins. However, the predicament faced by most scholars is that Robin, or Robin with a Y, was a fairly common name, and many of such Robin Hoods had been outlaws as per medieval records. Unsurprisingly, there are a host of historical characters who might have been the Sherwood hero, ranging from a soldier under Richard the Lionheart, the Earl of Huntingdon, to even a Knight Templar. 1. The simple yet impeccable Pythagoras theorem has held mathematicians in awe over the ages. Unfortunately, there is only limited information relating to the namesake creator of this wonderful piece of geometry. Furthermore, the secrecy of the Pythagorean Brotherhood, a religious movement supposedly founded by Pythagoras, rather backs up the mystery and possible fabrications that surround the life of this ancient Greek philosopher and mathematician. Interestingly, there are many colorful episodes pertaining to the great Pythagoras, with the stories, myths, and accounts interlacing together to paint a rather eccentric picture. He also believed in religious transmigration, in which our souls go through various reincarnations until they turn immortal, numerology, and bad effects of consuming beans.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.